Hello, my sweet crafty friends. It's Monique with Grace and Tattered Lace. Today, we're going to make a breadboard with a little faux chicken wire pocket attached to it to put interchangeable pieces inside. I think it's going to be so darn cute. I'm using some walnut stain by Americana that I found this at Hobby Lobby to stain the back of this wood board. Now, I'm using a little makeup brush. The Dollar Tree car wash sponge works a lot better, but I was out, so I had to use what I had. But you can see I just used that sponge brush to smooth that stain over the top of that. Once it was done, I used my heat tool to dry that. And now I'm just applying some painter's tape. I had a nice big fat painter's tape that I used, and then I took the smaller painter's tape and cut it so that I had two varying sizes. And you can see I just kind of put it in just random places on my board. Now I just have some regular old black chalk paint, home decor. Oh, I don't know the exact color, but it's black. And I'm using that another sponge, you guys. I recommend using a bigger sponge if you have it. I like the use of the sponge versus a paintbrush because it doesn't give those lines when you have a piece like this. So once I applied all the paint, I used my heat tool to dry it, and now look at, we're pulling off that tape and look at what it left behind. It just looks so amazing. I missed a little spot there, so we're going to dry it a little bit more. And now I'm going to use my little gator sanding tool to go around the edges. And I get a lot of questions, you guys. This is called a gator sanding tool or a micro sander. You can get it on Amazon, not Hobby Lobby, Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, even Walmart. But you can also look up micro sander. Now I'm using a sanding block to go over the top of all of that black. And I just love how it looks. I did take that and go right across those stripes as well. And it did carry some of that black paint onto the board, which I absolutely love because it makes it look old and worn. Just the look that I was really kind of going for. And I know some of you are like, why did you put all that stain on there if you're going to cover it up with paint? But now you can see why. Because some of that little stain is now peeking through underneath that black paint. Now those little pieces right there are going to go right on the top of our board. We're going to stack them together. That's going to create the little pocket for us to put the interchangeables inside. I'm using some stick fast glue in the thick version. I get this on Amazon, and that is a very quick drying glue. It's kind of like super glue, but it's a little bit thicker. It's perfect for these kind of projects. And look how awesome that looks already. Just love it. All right, now this is going to be one of the interchangeables that's going to be available to be put inside this breadboard. The breadboard will come separate, and the interchangeables can be purchased separately. This is a cute little chicken. I'm just going to paint him white. I did put 2 coats drying between each coat, and now we're just going to do some sanding all around the edges, and I'm going to go across the top of him as well. And I'm using that sanding tool. I'm going in both directions just to give it a very old, vintage, scuffed up, very worn look. And I just love how it turned out, you guys. Look at how awesome that looks. All right, now this is the little tag that comes with it. Farm Fresh. I'm going to use that same stain to go over the top of that, just like we did with the breadboard. We'll give it a quick dry with the heat tool. And now I'm just going to use this pen, Aristo. I believe I got this on Amazon in a nice big packet. And we're just going to trace over the lines that were on there with this pen. Now don't worry about it if it's not perfect, because I'm going to use my sanding tool to just kind of go over the edges or go over the top of it a little bit, rough it up, make it look very old and vintage, you know, like it's been around a little while. I hit it with my heat tool just to make sure it was dry, and then I'm going to take my sanding tool again and just go around the edges and over the top just a bit. Just using a little wipe there to clean off the dust. Look at how awesome that looks. I think it looks fantastic. Okay, there is our cute little chicken. Comes with a cute little red heart. I thought it just needed a pop of color. Just trying to figure out how I wanted to put this little piece together. I wanted that tag to be removable so that when I put my interchangeables in there, that will come with its own little tag. So I put it on the wire with a dab of hot glue. I hope you guys enjoy this. Give it a sprinkle if you love it. The kit is available at graceandtatteredlace.com. I'll put a link in the comments. Thanks for watching, friends. I love y'all.